As the Union Budget 2025 draws closer, the spotlight is on India's startup ecosystem and its expectations from the Modi 3.0 administration. Here's a closer look at the top priorities and what they anticipate from the upcoming budget. Take a look.
As the Union Budget 2025 approaches, India's startup ecosystem is voicing its expectations from the Modi 3.0 administration. Startups are seeking policy reforms to foster innovation, improve funding access, and enhance the ease of doing business. While India has improved its global ranking in the Ease of Doing Business Index, bottlenecks persist, especially for startups in the manufacturing sector. Simplifying compliance process could significantly reduce hurdles for early-stage businesses. Additionally, a simplified tax regime remains a critical demand, including tax holidays, revised corporate tax rate, and streamlined processes for setting off losses. These measures are seen as essential for ensuring growth and resilience in the sector. Infrastructure development and emerging technologies feature prominently on the startup wish list for the Union Budget. With India's digital economy projected to reach $1 trillion by 2028, startups are urging the government to prioritize AI, R&D, and innovation. The demand includes creating startup hubs with advanced facilities, reducing operational costs, and supporting research-heavy initiatives. At the same time, the struggling edtech sector, which saw rapid growth during the pandemic, is seeking GST exemptions for educational services and products to benefit underprivileged students and regain momentum. Startups also emphasize the need for better support in intellectual property rights, including faster patent approvals and lower fees to encourage innovation. Access to credit remains a pressing concern for India's startup ecosystem, with MSMEs and startups depending on schemes like the Credit Guarantee Scheme for Startups. The community is urging the government to enhance funding access and reduce reliance on high-interest loans. Improved credit availability could help startups scale operations and foster entrepreneurship. As Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman prepares to present the Union Budget on February 1st. Startups are hopeful that their demands will be addressed. They believe this budget will pave the way for a more conducive business environment and enable India to maintain its position as a global startup hub. Business Bureau Report, WION The World.
And for more on that and for further perspectives on India's upcoming budget outlook, we earlier spoke to Mark Matthews and listened in to what he had to say on the outlook, major changes expected, and also how India can balance growth while ensuring inclusivity. Take a look.
Things they're going to try to achieve is to get the fiscal deficit as a percent of GDP back to that 4.5% target that they set 2 years ago. And I think that because they did very well in most of the state elections last year, and they've increased taxes and therefore collections quite a lot, and the GDP should accelerate, we think, in the second half of the year. The problem in the country right now is that GDP growth is slowing at the same time as inflation is high, and so that's causing a lot of people to be unhappy. And if you look at government spending, it really just kind of ground to a halt from June to September. And since then, there are signs it's picked back up, but I think that that's something they could easily do to provide employment to, daily wage earners, building roads and highways and airports and metros and whatnot. So I think that there is an issue with inflation and the high cost of living, and that I think could be remediated in part by an acceleration in government capital expenditure. It is an issue. A lot of people are talking about it, and I think the easy way, once again, would be to try to get more jobs growth. And I mentioned government spending before, but if they can provide credits to small and medium-sized enterprises to help grow manufacturing. Manufacturing is a sector that employs a lot of people. And maybe even some tax relief. I'm not sure how, but the coffers are full. They have a lot of money if they want. They could, I think, find ways to ease the high cost of living for people through tax relief and still achieve the 4.5% fiscal deficit as a percent of GDP.